Hi, and thank you for that wonderful response to our first video on diversity and inclusion and on how to break the glass ceiling. Many of you at the time wrote in to me publicly and privately asking me if I could help share some stories of individuals who have actually broken the glass ceiling and what their advice to you would be. Hi, I'm Nandu and welcome to my channel Insights with Nandu, where I speak from 40 years of experience working in industry all over the world, including in Nestle for almost 30 years and as a professor at business school. Today we have some videos for you on how to break the glass ceiling from people who have been there and broken the glass ceiling themselves. Do listen to what they have to say. Do listen to the words. Listen to the passion behind the words. Listen to the deep insights that come in from what they have to say. And I do hope you will find their words as inspiring as I found. And if you have some comments, please do share them below. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Pullings Hart, and I am excited to come to you today to talk about breaking the glass ceiling. For the past 25 years, I've been working in the food and manufacturing industry, and as you can see, I'm an African American female, but what you don't see is that I'm a chemical engineer by education. I have my master's degree, am a proud wife, mother, and still going steady in my career. And if there are just 3 pieces of information or guidance that I could offer to you as an up-and-coming professional, it would be this. 1, be your authentic self. You know, I would say I'm a bit of an atypical engineer. I'm absolutely geeky in every way and love science and numbers and, you know, all things that come with that. But I'm a people person. I'm an outgoing extrovert. But when I'm speaking to people, I genuinely want to know more about them. And that's just me. That's who I am. That's who Stephanie is. And in my 25 years, there were times where people, you know, basically tried to tell me I needed to be someone different, or, you know, that I needed to behave differently, that I needed to act differently in order to excel my career. But that's not who I was. And that would be unfair to me. And it would be unfair to all the people that I interact with if I wasn't true to myself. So be your authentic self. Number 2, make sure that you coach and mentor others. Throughout my career, I had the wonderful opportunity to be coached and mentored by several different people from several different nationalities, different parts of the globe, different levels and roles within organizations. And I am so grateful for being told the unwritten rules, you know, those things that, you know, they don't teach you in business school or teach you in college as you're getting your undergrad, you know, those unwritten rules. So, you know, be the individual that pays it forward and do that for someone else, and just bring them up along the way. You know, finally, I would say make good choices. You know, in life, we always have a choice. We can choose happiness and joy, or we can choose to be miserable and make everyone else miserable. And so regardless of the assignment that you're in, figure out, how do you make this the best assignment that you've had? And in the end, after you've given it your all, maybe you decide this isn't the right company for you because it doesn't match with what you want to do, your values, and what you want to see. But just make good choices, fail fast. And again, be true to yourself, your authentic self. So believe you can, and you are halfway there. I believe in you. You got this.
Thanks, Nandu, for giving the opportunity to let me speak to your viewers. Today, I was just going to tell your viewers about the leadership model and the business model that I've been using for myself. I've built this model that has got 3 concentric circles. In the center circle is what I call personal living leadership. The second circle is organizational leadership. And the third circle is your excellence in terms of the function that you're operating. Let me give you a couple of things on the first two circles in this very short insight section. The first central circle is personal living leadership. And one of the concepts that I think about there is, are you handcuffed? Are you free? What I mean by that is, when you are in the business environment, are you handcuffed by your thoughts, thinking about things outside that environment, concerns, worries, things about the future, concern about your job, things that have happened in the past, a remark that your boss might have said, something at home, then those things are handcuffing you. Think about it like a football or soccer if you're in the US and you're a goalkeeper and you're wearing handcuffs. It's very difficult for you to actually block the shots that come your way. So it's really important to ask that question and make sure you're not handcuffed as you are on a daily basis building your business. In the second circle, there are a number of factors again, like the first. The one factor that I do want to highlight, which I think is really important, especially for young executives as they are working through the corporate ladder, is the ability to deal with uncertainty and ambiguity. This is not easy. All of us prefer certainty. All of us prefer things that are definite. But in life, in reality, and the recent COVID crisis is the best example of that, we face continuous ambiguity and uncertainty. And my model of dealing with that is always to think through the best possible scenario and the worst possible scenario and keep working to make sure that I'm okay with either. And if not, I need to take some actions. But never get bogged down trying to get perfection of knowing the outcome because it's impossible. Get an 80% answer. Deal with the uncertainty that comes by it by thinking about the best case and worst case and moving on with it. So those are two nuggets of insights, Nando, and hope to talk to your viewers again soon. Thank you. This is Kandy Anand for Nando.
Hi, my name is Matik Villanueva, and I'm here to share with you some tips on how to break that glass ceiling. I remember a time I had a student who came up to me and asked me this question: Mom, who gets paid the most in any corporation? Without batting an eyelash, I said, the one who solves the problem. Because think about it. Why would they hire you if they know how to solve the problem? So the guy who actually works on solving the problem the best actually gets paid the most. Make sure you find yourself a good mentor. Better yet, find several good mentors. I remember when I was starting out in advertising, I did not go up to my boss and say, "Can you please mentor me?" That doesn't sound right because they'll think you don't know what to do. What I did was I went up to them and volunteered to help them. I volunteered to be their assistant. I volunteered to do things that no one wanted to do. Why is that? Because by doing that, I learned their style, I learned how they think, and I learned how they do things. So think about it. When you go out and look for your mentor, make sure you are ready to work with them. And for my third tip, it's more like an insight. I remember I had a student who came up to me and said, "Mom, what does a CEO do?" Maybe think of the answer for a bit, and then I realized to answer him this way. When the shit hits the fan, which usually happens, it's the face of that CEO in front of the fan. So remember this. The amount of money you want to make depends on the amount of shit you're willing to take. I'm Matik Villanueva. Thank you very much.
Let me give you 3 tips that I have picked up through the course of my career. The first is that careers are not sprints, they are marathons. And I don't know how many of you have run a marathon or been to a marathon. But often you will see that these first-time enthusiasts who get off to a rapid and swift start are often huffing and puffing, lying by the wayside after the first few miles. So, just like in a marathon, your career, what you pick up at each stage of your career actually determines how far you go. The second is get comfortable outside your comfort zone. Too often, we like to do jobs that we like to do. And very often that's because we have a fear of doing things that we're not comfortable with. But the real lessons and the real learnings come when you do jobs that are really different, outside your zone of comfort. And that's where your learning gets maximized, and that repays you with full dividend as you progress your career. And the third tip I will give you is focus on the job at hand. Too many people spend too much time thinking about their next job or the job after that. But the reality is what gets you to the next job is the focus that you put on your current job, getting the most out of your current job, delivering the most that you can from the current job so that you create the right impact, and that earns you the right for the next job.
I hope you found that useful and interesting. Now here's what I'd like you to do. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If there's something more you'd like to listen to or a point of view that you have, please engage, please leave a comment, and I'll try and respond to it either directly or in future videos. And most importantly, if you liked the video or you found something relevant, please share it with your friends. Finally, please hit the subscribe button and also click the bell icon so you can get notifications whenever we post fresh videos. Thank you for being with us and help make this channel a success, so together we can explore many new areas and grow intellectually together.